My name is Dylan Case, and here I'm going to explain the 3 states of matter. The first state of matter is solid. The atoms try to stay compact, and they try their best not to separate, so they're compact as much as they can. The second state of matter is liquid. Unlike the solid, they're a little bit spread apart, but they're not too spread apart. The third state of matter is gas. As the atoms try to separate from each other as much as possible, making sure they're not compact together. And that is it, and those are the 3 states of matter. Okay, I'm back again, but this time we're going to explain the 2 different types of mixtures. A homogeneous mixture and a heterogeneous mixture. But first we're going to explain what a heterogeneous mixture is. What a heterogeneous mixture is that it's a mixture of stuff that you can easily separate out physically, just like this. Like I can separate the nuts, I can separate raisins, I can separate all these flakes. It's like you can do this physically, and do this very easily. Okay, here I'm now going to explain what a homogeneous is. What a homogeneous is a mixture of 2 different solutions, and when one of the solutions is combined with one of the others, there's like this, they cannot be put back out into original forms, and you can never sort them out like you can do with a heterogeneous mixture. You cannot do this in any physical form, and that is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, back again, and here I'm going to show you 3 physical changes. But first of all, a physical change is where an object changes its shape and form, but the atoms are still the same and nothing is created. First example I'm going to show is that I'm going to mix this Diet Dr. Pepper with the pickle juice here. Now the pickle juice and the Dr. Pepper are still the same, but there's nothing new being created. And the second example, but first I wouldn't recommend drinking this. And then the next example is just crushing this can. The atoms are still the same, but it's changed form. And my last example is cutting this pickle. And unlike my first example, this one's pretty good. Those are 3 physical changes, and that's all. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to show 3 examples of a chemical change. But first, I'm going to say what the definition of it. A chemical change is the change in matter in which is something new that is being created. I have 3 examples here to show you. My first example is these pliers, which has iron on them, which my family left out on the back deck, and it rained, and the sun came out, and the water bonded with the iron, in which it created iron oxide, which is a new chemical. So this is a chemical change. Second example is lighting this piece of paper on fire. What happened is that it created carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide and other gases that it created, which is also a chemical change. And my last example is vinegar and baking soda. And this is vinegar, and this is the baking soda in this balloon. And it's going to cause a reaction, and which is going to create carbon dioxide, which is why this balloon is filling up. And that is the 3 examples of chemical changes.